In the paradoxical world of love, it's not uncommon for a woman to grow distant precisely when she's falling the hardest. Her silence, her withdrawal, her sudden emotional absence, these are not always signs of disinterest or fading affection. In many cases, they are reflections of something far deeper, a love so real, so powerful, that it stirs the deepest layers of her psyche. And understanding this as a man requires a level of emotional intelligence that goes far beyond surface-level dating advice. 1. The paradox of deep love, why she pulls away when she feels most. When a woman begins to truly fall in love, something unexpected often happens. Instead of moving toward you with open arms, she steps back, emotionally, energetically, even physically. It's counterintuitive, but it's profoundly human. Why? Because real love doesn't just stir desire, it stirs memory. Her deepest hopes, fears, wounds, and dreams all rise to the surface. Love becomes less of a feeling and more of a mirror, reflecting parts of her emotional life she may not have touched in years. And that mirror is terrifying. You see, this isn't just love, it's transformative love. The kind that threatens her emotional independence, that challenges her control, that makes her feel seen in a way that's simultaneously exhilarating and unsettling. 2. Emotional overload is not drama, it's depth. Men often misinterpret a woman's retreat as manipulation, emotional games, or apathy. But more often than not, she's not pulling away to punish you. She's overwhelmed. Her nervous system is trying to regulate, not reject. She may not fully understand her own emotions in that moment. And so, instead of explaining, she retreats. She gets quiet. She texts less. She seems distracted. And you, understandably, feel confused. But what you're witnessing isn't rejection. It's her internal system trying to make sense of what love is doing to her. This is the moment where most men go wrong. They rush to fix it. They chase. They interrogate. They try to pull her back with words or reassurance. But what she truly needs is space. Space to process the chaos of feeling something real. 3. Love triggers her emotional history. When love reaches a certain depth, it doesn't just awaken joy, it awakens memory. Her body remembers past betrayals. Her heart recalls what it felt like to be vulnerable and abandoned. Her mind replays moments of emotional loss she may not have fully healed from. This isn't always conscious, but it's very real. So when she starts to ignore you, understand, she's not responding just to you. She's responding to everything that came before you. The ghosts of her past get stirred when she finally feels safe enough to feel something real. 4. The masculine role, stability in her emotional storm. Your job as a man is not to solve her retreat. It's to stay rooted in your emotional sovereignty. That means you remain emotionally available, but not emotionally dependent. You don't chase her, nor do you punish her with your own silence. You hold space for her confusion, for her fear, for her unfolding. What she's unconsciously looking for is emotional containment, not in the form of control, but of energetic groundedness. She needs to feel that your nervous system doesn't collapse when hers spirals, that you don't need her attention to validate your worth. Because here's the truth. A woman doesn't fall in love with a man who panics when she pulls back. She falls in love with the man who stays present, calm, clear, and self-possessed. 5. Feminine energy tests masculine groundedness subconsciously. This isn't a manipulative test. It's energetic and instinctive. Her subconscious is asking one question. Can you hold your center when I step away? Attraction, as Esther Perel often teaches, doesn't thrive in constant closeness. It thrives in polarity, in the tension between two whole, differentiated individuals. And when a woman begins to feel emotionally fused, she may instinctively create space, not because she's trying to hurt you, but because she wants to feel you again. The real you. The man with purpose, with emotional composure, with presence. The man who doesn't unravel when she pulls back. 6. She's not asking you to chase, she's asking you to lead. What many men fail to realize is that the emotional reactivity they display in response to a woman's silence is what drives her further away. Your panic confirms her fear that she's not safe to love you without becoming responsible for your emotional state. Leadership here means holding your emotional ground, not becoming cold, not withdrawing out of pride, but staying rooted, calm, open, respectful of her emotional journey, without demanding she speeds it up to comfort you. Your stillness is not passivity, it's power. 7. Creating safety through space, not pressure. When she steps away, what she's actually doing is checking the safety of the emotional container you represent. She wants to know, will you respect her space without punishing her? Will you hold your peace without seeking hers? Will you remain a whole, sovereign man even when she isn't offering affection? Because only when she feels safe in her retreat can she trust herself to return. And when she does return, voluntarily, not coerced, that's when true intimacy begins. 8. How to respond when she goes quiet. The right way. Breathe. Regulate your own nervous system. This isn't a crisis. It's an invitation to maturity. Stay grounded. Return to your mission, your center, your sense of self. Anchor in your values. Remain open. Don't retaliate with silence or coldness. Just stay energetically available, without pressure. Trust her process. Her silence isn't the end, it's a recalibration. Don't take it personally. Her reaction is often more about her emotional history than your present behavior. Let her come back freely. That's where true desire lives: freedom, not force. Conclusion: love requires strength, not just sensitivity. When a woman withdraws in the presence of deep love, it's not a rejection, it's a reckoning, a confrontation with everything she's ever feared. About closeness, vulnerability, and emotional surrender. And your role as a man in that moment is not to chase, fix, or panic. It is to hold. Hold your center. Hold your integrity. Hold space, not with silence as punishment, but with presence as invitation. Because the man who can remain rooted in her emotional storm is the man she'll eventually trust with her heart. Not because he begged for it, but because he earned it. through stillness, through strength, through unshakable emotional self-possession. And that, in the end, is the kind of man she doesn't just love. That's the kind of man she chooses.